Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. We shall learn how to do this Bujo title as you can see on the screen. So let's get started. So for starters, I'll just type in the code and then we shall see how it actually looks, but you can already see the result. But in case we come across any mistakes, we shall learn how to solve those mistakes. So I'm going to start off the equation because it is kind of a layered equation. As you can see, the hello in the background is kind of big, it is big, whereas the hey with two hyphens on both the sides, like in the middle. So it's kind of like stacked, but it's stacked one on top of the other in the middle, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's go ahead and type in the equation. I'm going to start off with substack. That is the function that is used in Notion to stack one line under the other on top of each other. So I'm going to, and then followed by a curly bracket. It is where each and other smaller functions come within the substack. So the next one is we are going to go from big to small. It's always from big to small. So I'm going to start off and type in huge because the hello, the background word or the sentence is big when you're going to use a Bujo title in your blog. So after huge, you want to mention what kind of style you want your word to be. So in this case, I'm going to keep it simple and I'm going to stick to sans serif kind of font. So I'm going to use /text sf. So text sf is basically a sans serif kind of font. So I'm going to again cover in a bracket, and inside this, again, there's going to be another kind of a font, and it is text bf. So text SF and text BF will combine itself and it will form the hello that you can see. So in case you want to remove out the text SF or text BF, which we'll see later on in the video, but for now we'll keep both of them to see how we can actually receive the exact output that you can see on the screen. So the next one would be again to cover in a bracket, and now we have to focus on the color. So the function color, and again open bracket. I'm going to stick to the same pattern right here and cover it in with a curly bracket as well. So after this is where you want your word or your sentence to be. So go ahead and type in. I'm going to type in hello. So now we can go ahead and see if the brackets are actually closed, because if there is a open bracket, there has to be a closed bracket. So after the function color, we have open bracket and a closed bracket. So that's sorted out. So now going backwards, we have to cover in this bracket. So go ahead and type in a closed curly bracket. So now from this portion to this portion is all covered. As you can see, there's two open brackets and there's two closed brackets. So that's sorted out. So now we have to go even further back. So we can see that this is still there. So go ahead and close that as well. So now from this portion to this portion, it's all sorted out. So we shall come to this bracket later on in the video because we still haven't reached the middle portion of the hey. So yeah. So continuing on, we have to go to the next line. To do that, we have to simply put in two backslashes. Two single backslash is basically a space in Notion because sometimes the space bar doesn't work. So single backslash for a single space. And in case you want to go to the next line in your block equation or your inline equation, you can use the double backslash. So the next thing that we are going to focus on is the hey part that has to be centralized right in the middle of hello. To do that, we have to use our M unit. So to do that, we have to open a bracket, square bracket now, and minus 1.23 m and close it right there. So whenever you use the function use with the letter h, it is better for use the value of minus 1.23 m units. Like, it's better if you remember, because it makes work so much easier than to sit and fluctuate between the values. So the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to use a new function called slash frac, and I will explain in a minute. So for the slash frac function, again you have to open the bracket, and this time it's a bit weird, but you have to draw in 8 backslashes with leaving a space in between using your space bar. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Right. So now after we are done with the frac function, we have to go ahead and type in an open bracket and a close bracket as soon as your frac function is done. So after this, this is the place where you will get to type in the word that you're looking for, or you want the word right in the middle of the huge word in the background, as you can see in this example right there. So now you can go ahead and put in backslash and type in h. I'm going to use the same example, but you can type in the word that you would like to put in at this very point. So again, slash e slash y, and this is for space. So after this is done, again you're going to repeat your frac function along with the open and close bracket. So let's go ahead and do that. So slash frac and slash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go ahead and close the bracket, and again don't forget to put in an open and close bracket as soon as the frac function is done. And after this, we can go ahead and cover this bracket that we have left at the very beginning after the substack function. So go ahead and close that as well. So now let's go ahead and test out this equation into a word to see how it looks, or if we have made any mistake, we'll see how we can solve those problems. So let's get into it. And in case you already know the equation by heart, you can just go ahead and highlight the word, use either create equation or the block equation. Either one is fine, depending if you want a centralized text or a heading. You can use the block equation, otherwise you can use this, the create equation. I'm going to copy this equation to save time, and I'm going to highlight this, create equation, and pasting it right here. Okay, I think we have run into a bit of a problem. Let's see where we went wrong. I'm going to backspace this. Okay, let's do hey. This one seems okay. We're getting somewhere. Done. Okay, when this happens, straight away go to the line before the M unit. So I'm going to go ahead, click there, and one space of delete to delete the space, and there we go. So in case you want to make it slightly bigger or anything, you can just go ahead, title 3 or title 2 or title 1, which one ever you prefer. So now let's go ahead and see what happens if we remove text BF from here. So I'm going to highlight that and backspace. So now you can see there's no error, as you can see that the slightly different, except it isn't as bold as it was before. So now in case you want to just go back to how it was, it has to be within the two opening brackets. It wasn't in the two close brackets, like open bracket and the close bracket. so it's right in between them. So make sure to notice where you are changing, otherwise you'll be like completely lost. So yeah, so backslash text bf, right, and hit done. So you would have noticed that the frac function is both in front of the word that is on the left side and on the right side as well, which mainly focuses on center aligning the word that is between both the frac functions, so hence you get the word that is right in the middle. So that's the main purpose of the frac function. So there we go. That's how you get this Bujo title. It's really cool if you have a blog, like a lifestyle blog or something like that. Text like this and headings or subtitles like this is really cool. It's like a message within a message. So yeah, I hope you learned something from this video, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.